Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into the AI efficiency engine behind the scenes of side hustle success. So today, we are completely demystifying the real role of AI in successful online side hustles. We're going to look at the raw data from a seriously fascinating case study to see how this technology actually functions as, well, a literal engine for efficiency. Okay, let's dive into this because the very first thing you need to know is actually a bit of a meta reveal. You are literally watching proof of today's method right now. Yep, the source material for this entire 100-day case study series, the daily scripts, those catchy titles, the video descriptions, and even the core concepts for the thumbnails, it's all been crafted using AI tools this entire time. Crazy, right? So today, we're looking at exactly how that happens step by step and answering the big question, is this approach something that could actually make you money too?
Now, just a really quick recap of the source material's journey so far. Days 1 through 5 of this creator's challenge covered some highly specific projects, right? Things like setting up an Etsy listing, selling textbooks, clipping video content, and even writing audio stories. But today's method, it isn't a side hustle you just do separately on its own. Instead, it acts as the underlying engine. It's kind of like this invisible assistant taking on all the heavy lifting. We're talking about drafting scripts in mere minutes rather than staring at a blank screen for agonizing hours. It instantly generates SEO-optimized titles, writes out those incredibly tedious descriptions and tags that, let's be honest, absolutely no one actually enjoys doing. It brainstorms thumbnail concepts and, maybe most importantly, it researches whether a money-making method is even legitimate before you go wasting an entire day trying it out.
And this brilliantly illustrates the practical, day-to-day impact. Think about it. The old, traditional way of content creation meant spending 2 to 3 exhausting hours writing and researching every single daily script. But the new reality, powered by this efficiency engine, just 20 to 30 minutes a day. Because the heavy lifting of structuring the script, figuring out the SEO tags, and organizing the description was entirely outsourced to AI assistants, the creator reclaimed hours of their life every single day. That is a massive paradigm shift in how work actually gets done.
But hold on, you cannot just copy and paste the output and expect magic. No way. What's really interesting here is something highly specific the creator noted. They said they, quote, reviewed and adjusted it to actually sound like me. And this highlights the absolutely crucial human element in the equation. AI provides the foundation, right? The structure, the raw clay for your project. But your human editing is completely required to breathe life into it and keep the content authentic. If you skip this step, the final product sounds like a total robot, and your audience, whether it's viewers, customers, or employers, they're going to instantly tune out.
Now, this brings up a stark contrast where a lot of people just get tripped up. There's this pervasive, honestly annoying internet myth that AI is some magic money printer. But the grounded, factual reality, it's actually just a time tool. We really need to heavily contrast those flashy internet promises of zero-effort riches with the actual utility of artificial intelligence. In this case study, AI did not make the channel successful all by itself. It is simply a tool that buys you time. It does not just print cash on command.
So the crucial point is summarized perfectly right here. AI made the production faster, not the audience bigger. The views, the subscribers, the actual tangible growth that every single creator or business owner wants, that still came from the classic unglamorous pillars of success. It came from consistency, it came from posting daily, and, most importantly, it came from creating genuinely useful content that real human beings actually wanted to consume. You see, AI cannot fake genuine usefulness. It simply allowed the creator to maintain the production pace necessary to deliver it.
Because of that reality, the source material explicitly warns us to be highly skeptical of zero-effort claims. Seriously, if anyone on the internet tells you that AI alone is going to make you tens of thousands of dollars a month while you just sit back and put in absolutely zero effort, you should heavily question it. Based on the behind-the-scenes data of this series, that is simply not what is actually happening behind those viral claims. The reality? It always requires human sweat equity, no matter how ridiculously good the tools become. Let's move to and see how this builds into a practical strategy you can actually leverage today. If you want to apply this efficiency engine to your own life, here is the exact, actionable formula. Step 1. Use a free AI tool to help you write a first draft of anything you're struggling to start. That could be a script, a resume, or a side hustle business plan. Step 2. Edit it thoroughly to sound like you, injecting your own human personality and experiences into the mix. And Step 3, actually, scratch that. This is the absolute most critical part. Step 3, reinvest all that saved time into doing the actual, meaningful work.
And that brings us to the number 100. This number represents the creator's incredibly demanding 100-day daily content series. Doing the actual work, like physically showing up for all 100 days, is where the real money and success come from. AI didn't magically do the daily grind for them. AI simply freed up the necessary hours in the day so the creator could actually complete the challenge. It provided the bandwidth to focus on what truly matters.
Which leaves us with this final, powerful question drawn straight from the source. Is AI the reason one can run a grueling 100-day daily series without completely burning out? Honestly, yes. It is the ultimate shield against burnout and an absolute engine for efficiency. But, it leaves us with a bigger question for your own projects. If AI can buy back 80% of your time, what exactly are you going to build with all those extra hours? Think about that for a bit. And hey, make sure to subscribe and follow along for tomorrow's explainer on the Day 7 method. We'll see you then.